Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Patnon. So how are you doing, guys? And I hope you're all doing great today. Hope you're generally fine. So today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to make this very stylish dress with a deep V-neck, usually trending with the ashoke piece, but I'm going to be using a different fabric for this, and of course with the two front pockets. So you don't need much fabric for this, about 2 yards will be enough. So I've gone ahead to fold my fabric first into 2 and then folded into 4 so that I can cut out for both the front and the back piece together. So here I'm going to start off by, of course, indicating my shoulder width. So the shoulder width I'm working with is 15. So 15 divided by 2, that's 7.5. So from that point of the shoulder width, you can actually determine your sleeve length because it's a cut together sleeve. Okay, so from that point I'll indicate my sleeve length. So I wanted my sleeve length to be about 7.5. So I mark that down. Then of course we'll also go ahead and add the extra hemming allowance depending on how much of the fold you want on the hem of the sleeve. So I added about 3 inches there. Okay, yes, so totally depends on how long you want your sleeve to be. All right, so from that point I indicated slope of about 1.5 inch there. Then I'll come to that unfold part and indicate what 3 inches there. Then I'll connect it to my 1.5 inch slope, and of course I have my slope there. So this is what we have. So I'm going ahead to indicate my neck measurement. So I'm using a neck width of 4, okay, and a neck depth of 3. And this is for the back piece. Neck width of 4, neck depth of 3. I'm making a curve there. While for the front depth, I'm going to be using a neck depth of about 7 inches there, okay. Neck width of 4, neck depth of 3 for the back, and neck depth of 7 for the front. So I'll make mine a V shape. So it's a V neckline. So I'm connecting that like so. You can see. So here we have our neck measurements ready for both the front and the back. Now under my slope, I'm going to indicate the sleeve opening where the arm is going to pass through. I'm going to be using a sleeve opening of about 11 inches there. So I'll mark that down. So I'll use that word as my chest line. So I'm going to extend the line downwards there, and that will serve what as my chest line. So on this line I'm going to be indicating what my body circumference. So I'm using one measurement for all, and that will be the hip. So the hip is 44, divide by 4, that's 11. I'm going ahead to add extra 3 inches to that, okay, and that makes it 14. Yes, so now I'm also going to use the full length of my gown. I want it to be 39, so I added extra 2 inches, and that is 41. So that's what I'm going to mark down. So the 2 inches is for joining on the shoulder and also hemming on the lower parts of the gown. Okay, yes, so totally depends on your own length. So making a straight line there, and that's it. So I'll go ahead now and also mark the remaining measurements all the way down. Remember, we're using one measurement for all, so I'm marking my 14 inches all the way down to the end of my dress. You can see I make that connection, and that's it for the side drafting. Then on my chest line there, that angle we have there, I'll go ahead and make a curve, and so that's going to serve as my armhole curve. Okay, yes, so this is it, guys. You can see this is quite easy and straightforward, right? Yes, so we're done here, guys. We're done here. So I'm going to indicate where I'll be fixing my front pocket. So I'm marking 22 inches from my shoulder width, and it's important to notch it down when you're cutting. Yeah, so that's it, guys. I'll go ahead and start cutting. So guys, at this point, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please take this time now to hit the subscribe button. Remember to like, share with your friends, and sewing communities. I'll really appreciate this. Like I used to say, don't just watch and go. You find it helpful, please do more to like, share, subscribe, and drop your comments in the comment section. This will really go a long way to helping this channel grow. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you as always. Thank you. So cutting out the neckline now for the back, I'm going now to cut the slope. So once I'm done with this, so I'll just take off one piece, and that serves as the back. Then we can now cut out for the front neckline. right? So cutting this out and we're done. You can see this is quite easy and straightforward. So this is the back neckline. So I'm going to be cutting out a facing for this, for the back neckline, to turn it all. That's to turn the neckline for the back, okay? While for the front, I'll be fixing what the V-neck band. Remember, we are trying to, recreate the regular ashoke V-neck. So in this case, instead of using an ashoke, I'm using what a thick fabric, okay, for that, right? Yes. But before that, I'll indicate where our pocket is going to sit. Remember, we'll mark 22 inches from the shoulder. So I'm just trying to make a horizontal line there. Okay, now this is the piece I'm using for my pocket. So this is a chinos fabric. You can see I've already sewn all the 3 sides. I ironed 3 sides, then the top part I just made a fold. Okay, so and this is what 8 inches by 8 inches. So that's after all the ironing, the folding and the sewing at the top. 8 by 8 is what I have here. So that's what I'm using as my pocket size. So now I'm trying to get the center of that line. So you can see from that V neck, that's a good center point. So I'm just trying to make a straight line all the way. So that will be my center point. Or another way is that you can place your tape horizontally on that, on the horizontal line there. Just place your tape and get the midpoint. Okay. All right. So now that I have my midpoint, I'm going to mark 2.5 inches apart. Okay, 2.5 inches from the midpoint on both sides. So that is where my pocket is going to be sitting. You can see. So I'll just take my pocket now and place it there. So it's very important you pin this down. Okay, it's very important you pin it down before sewing so that you don't have it moving here and there. So once you have done that, you go ahead and top stitch on the 3 sides, just like I'm demonstrating with my finger. Yes, so and that will be it. It's that simple, right? Yes, so that's it for the pocket, which I'll be doing later. Now for the band, this is also another piece I'm using. Remember, I said we are using this in place of an ashoke fabric. Yes, and so we're going to be using this a thick fabric. This is a chinos fabric, like I said. Yes, and so the width I have here is 5, while the length is about 26. So I have 5 inches by 26 inches. Okay, 5 by 26. That's what I have here, and I have 2 different pieces. All right, okay, so what we are going to do now is fold my front fabric the way it was, exactly into 2. Just fold it, let it all be same, folded equally into 2. Then I'll bring my 2 fabric. Now I'm placing it right side to right side, right side. So you draw a 0.5 inches line. So you can see this fabric has that white edge there, so there's no need for drawing a straight line there. So I'm using that as my straight line. But if it doesn't have any marking on yours, you have to draw a 0.5 inches line, and that's going to serve as a guide. So you see what I'm doing to the neckline of my outfit, right? Now you are doing it such a way that the V-neck is aligning on that straight line. Very important. That's what you should focus on. Once you've seen that it's properly aligned on the straight line, then you go ahead and pin it down. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. So once that is done, then you can now sketch. Just draw that line there, you can see, and take it off. It's as easy as that. So I'm using my ruler to make it more visible, you can see, and this is it, guys. So I'm going ahead to add extra 0.5 inches on that line, so that's what we are going to be sewing. You can see this now. So once this is done, just go ahead and cut it out. This is quite easy and straightforward. Okay, you can see this. So what I will do now is to sew on that line. So I'll use my pin to demonstrate this. Just carefully pin it down. Then I'll take it to my sewing machine to go and sew. You can see what I'm doing right now. So by the time I open it up, even after pinning it down, you can already see how it will look. You can see this now. After sewing, just open it up. You can see what we have here. It's that simple, right? So I'll go finish this up now. Then after that, I went ahead to give it a very good press. And of course, to also fold the other sides. Okay, very important. You fold the other side and measure to be sure that they are equal. Okay, measure to be sure that they are equal. And right, that's it, guys. So once this is done, I'll be placing this now on the wrong side. So I'm placing this right side of my band to wrong side of my fabric. Then I'll go ahead and sew. You can also place this on the right side, but the only difference is that you will also be cutting out a facing separately to turn it in. Okay, that's to clean up the neckline. But in my own case now, I'm sewing on the wrong side, which means after sewing, give it a very good notch, then you now flip it to the right side. I hope you understand. Okay, so either ways it will work for you. Either ways is fine. Okay, yes, so I actually work either ways. So now after sewing it on the wrong side, you can see I'm flipping it to the right side. Just make sure that those edges are properly hidden. Then at this point, you can now go ahead and top stitch. Okay, top stitch on the V shape, just like I'm demonstrating now. Go ahead and top stitch, and that will be it. Give this a very good press and you're good to go. So I'll go finish this up with the pockets and I will be back. Okay, yeah. And so here, guys, you can see what we have. You can see after all the sew, this is all looking beautiful. You can see the pockets properly placed. You can see everything is set here. All right, and see what the back view looks like. So you can see this, yeah. So that's it, guys. So the next thing, of course, now will be what to place the two fabrics together, right side to right side. Then I'll go ahead and join the shoulders. Okay, yeah. So after joining the shoulders, like I'm using my pin to demonstrate now, then you will now make a hem on the edge of the sleeve. By the time you open it up, you can see, so you can now fold your sleeve using the allowance left for it. Just make that fold, and that will be it, guys. So I'll go finish this up as well. And when I was done, you can see I've gone ahead to join the shoulders and also hem the edge of my sleeve. And we are almost done here, guys. We are almost done. This is it, guys. So the final step now will be to bring it all together and go ahead and join the sides, taking it from the sleeve, run it through the armhole all the way straight down to the hem of your dress, and repeat the same process on the other side. After that, finally, you go ahead and hem the lower part of your dress, and this outfit is ready, guys. So that's it, guys. We have come to the end of this one, and I hope you do find this helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share with your friends and sewing communities. I really appreciate this. To all my subscribers, I appreciate you a lot. And if you're new here, I also want to say thank you so much. So I'll see you guys on the next one. And don't forget that aside making wears, I make and sell fashion accessories both in wholesales and retails. Just like you can see some of the samples here. These are maxi tote bags, Ankara, plain, whichever one you want. These are fully padded, fully lined with inner pockets. They are hair bonnets of different styles and designs, sleeping robe, tote bags, apron, cooking cap. There's a lot of it. All you need to do, just reach out on the number on the screen to Partner So Fashion, and we'll be there to deliver. Okay, yes, guys. And of course, for my regular tote bags and other accessories, I print on it using the DTF printing. You're going to be seeing the flyer at the end of this video, and that's for my DTF printing class that is already ongoing. It's an online class. Feel free to reach out to a lot of people, share this information to as many that will find this helpful. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.